I'm going to show you everything in this strategy, be completely transparent. It's simplistic. I'd say it's the easiest way to trade because you literally draw up, analyze, watch stuff happen, and then track it. Always remember that there is always a better way to make money, and especially now during quarantine, I'd say get your head down as we're all developing. We're all learning, we're all growing, and the hardest part of trading, I'd say, is mindset. It's where you're at mentally. So now let me get straight into it. During the weekend, 1 or 2 hours of my day, I like to exactly see where price has made a deep impact. So just here I can see that price went up, came back to do a retest, and your entry would be right there. Okay, price broke, retested right there. As you can see, once it closes above, then you'd place your entry. You would have gained 327 pips with a 30 pip stop loss, and it would have never have even hit the 30 pips. It would have straight gone up to 320 pips. All right, and now you can see it happened again. So the price broke, comes back to retest. It didn't exactly hit. Some people wouldn't place this trade, but some people would. And if you did, your entry would have been right there. That would have been on a long position with a 30 pip stop loss. Okay, so as soon as you entered, it went straight into profit, and your profit for that would have been around 350 pips. So now, as you can see, it happened again. So the price broke, retested, and went the original way. So as you can see, price broke, retested there. Your entry, if you had have entered anywhere there, you could have still got been like 233 pips. So yeah, that's fine. So it breaks, comes back to retest, and then goes up. Now let's do it for AUD CHF. So support line or resistance line, however you want to call it, but place these lines as where you see price hit the most. So price makes a move there, price makes a move there. And okay, so as you can see, it broke, it retested, and then your entry would have been somewhere there. On a short position, 30 pip stop loss, then your profit would have been 450 pips. All right, okay. Now let's see if it continued in the downtrend. So it did, it broke, it retested, and then price moved down again. So as you can see, it broke, retested right there. So your entry would have been exactly right there on a short position. Place a 30 pip stop loss, and then the rest is just simply profit. Remember guys, it's all patience. That's around 650 pips. And see exactly how much profit you would have made. You would have made £52. You would have made 520. You would have made 5,200. You would have made 52 grand, all with 650 pips. All right, let's move on. So now here, I look for a break, look for the retest, and thus the downtrend. So your entry would have been anywhere, let's say around here. Okay, on a short, that's a sell position. Place a stop loss to 30 pips, and the take profit would have been 410 pips. As you can see, it never hit your 30 pip stop loss. So even if you were in profit, went back into minus. Remember, formulas, not feelings. Don't just close just because you think you've made a loss. If you would have sustained and maintained your position, you would have caught 410 pips. All right, now let's move on. Didn't go further down in the downtrend. Broke, retested, entry would have been around there. And then this one, actually, it would have hit the stop loss. So you would have lost about 60 pips, and it happens, you know. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. If we're only risking 60 pips, but we're managing to catch more than 100 pips each time we trade, thus you're in profit regardless. So if you can see here, if you would have waited, waiting for the break, retest, entry would have been there with a 30 pips stop loss right there, and your profit, if you had trailed it all the way, would have been around 500 pips. So remember guys, just because you've made a loss doesn't mean you're out of the game completely. As long as you're using proper risk management and smart about how much money you're willing to risk. All right, let's move on. looking for the break, looking for the retest, and the real move. Okay, so break, retest, entry would have been right there. Perfect. On a long position, stop loss at 30 pips. Profit is 250. Okay, all by utilizing this strategy. As you can see, there's another resistance there. So then we do the same again. It broke, retested, and your entry would have been right anywhere there. Okay, entry anywhere there on a long position. Okay, 30 pips stop loss, and your profit would have been approximately 80 pips. Formulas, not feelings, guys, remember. All by using this strategy. We had one loss there, but it was a minor, as we're using proper risk management. So now here, break, retest, entry on there. You could have managed to grab around 30 pips extra as well with a 30 pip stop loss. So the strategy works, guys. I say always back test, you know, practice makes perfect. Now let's move on to AUD and ZD, the Australian dollar versus the New Zealand dollar. Okay, and now I'm just gonna see where price has made a deep impact. Okay, and then we follow. We look for the break first, then we look for the retest, then the original direction. So break, retest, if you would have entered anywhere here on a short position, 30 pips, stop loss, could have been around 300 pips. Okay, you would have caught around 166 pips. Once price started reversing, it wouldn't have hit your 30 pip stop loss, it would have gone all the way down to 300. So you could have capitalized 150 pips or 300 pips, but that's why we twin trade, guys. Okay, you can have one trade trailing with a stop profit, the other one with a 30 pip stop loss. So if one hits the 155 pips, the second trade will hit 300 pips. Thus you make upwards of 450 pips. Guys, remember, work smarter, not harder. So here, break, retest, a lot of choppiness there. When it's going up and down within the level and support, up and down, up and down, up and down, I call that choppiness. That's what we'd call consolidation. So price doesn't know exactly what to do yet, where to go. Thus you trap the price. Look here, another 66 pips. And then you wait for the break, the retest, and then it'll go in the direction of where you predict. On a long position with a 30 pip stop loss right there, your profit could have been around 200 pips. We see it happening again. So it broke, retested, and went the original way. Broke, retested, and on a long position there, 30 pip stop loss, and your profit would have been approximately 260 pips. Now it would have broken, retested, and gone again. Broke, retest, your entry would have been right there. Okay, on a long position, again 30 pips stop loss, and your profit would have been around 90 pips. So now here it went on a downtrend now. So it broke, it retested, and it should have gone down, but it didn't. As it retested, it then started going in the uptrend. So then now you would do the opposite. So you would see the break, the retest, and thus the original way. So on a long position with a 30 pip stop loss, your profit would have been around 144 pips. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So now here we look for the break, the retest right there, and entry would be there. Okay, on a long position, that would have been 66 pips. Catch as most pips as you can, okay? And you can go back and you can back test it. You go back and see where price has made a serious amount of action before. So right now, look, break, retest, and the continuation of the uptrend. Alright, now let's check AUD JPY. Horizontal lines where price seems to make an impact of floor ceiling or support and resistance. And if you don't understand it now, there's a lot of mentors that are teaching it. If you need extra help, you can ask me as well. So look, break, retest, entry would have been there on a short position, 30 pip stop loss,
and your profit would have been around 280 pips. Okay, all right, and as you can see here, okay, so it broke, it retested. Okay, as you can see, it retested up here, and then it came down again. Very choppy. But if you would have placed an entry there on a 30 pip stop loss, okay, it would have hit the stop loss and it would have taken your 60 pips. But if you would have waited for the market, you look for the break, retest, and your entry would have been right there approximately. On a short position, your profit would have been 477 pips. A 30 pip stop loss, which you would have never hit. So now we see where price moves, so break, retest, and up again. So if you would have bought there, okay, in a long position, your profit would have been around 160 pips. Right now we're looking for a break, a retest, and the continuation of our prediction. So your entry would have been right there on a long position. Okay, 30 pips stop loss, and you would have caught around 240 pips. As soon as you entered, it would have gone into profit, okay, but then it started coming down and actually started getting close to your stop loss. But remember, formulas, not feelings, guys. All right, then you see all of this consolidation, a lot of choppiness, and then you finally see a break, a retest, and the continuation of the uptrend. So your entry would have been roughly around somewhere there. On a long position with a 30 pip stop loss, you would have bagged approximately 140 pips. But if you're truly wanting to maximize and utilize the strategy the most, you can add more horizontal lines where price seems to react the most again. And for example, look here, it broke, retested, and you would have gained some amount of profit, not that much, but it's all looking for the right opportunities. That break, retest, and then as soon as price confirms, closes above for a buy or below for a sell of the support and resistance lines. I'm not going to draw anymore, I can just see just how much profit. And soon you'll be able to do this just by looking at it. You just look at the charts, just look at the price, and you don't even have to draw, or you don't even have to proper analyze. You can just see how the price has moved, how the price has gone, and exactly how to profit as much as possible. You see that 1,234 pips on a standard, you would have made 8 grand. Remember guys, it's all about the strategy. It's not a get rich quick scheme. Every week, catching all the points, all the pips, as much as you can. Then once you've capitalized a large amount of profit, you can use that to then reinvest, have a higher lot size. The higher lot size, the more profit you'll be able to make. Using the same strategy, to make £1 million is the same as making £1. Alright, it may sound confusing, that's because it's to do with a lot of numbers, and especially if you're new to this, then of course you're going to be overwhelmed, but practice makes perfect. Break, retest, and you can do this as long as you want. You can back test or even recently test, see exactly how price has moved, analyze where the best entries are, because if you place the wrong entry at the wrong time, long story short, say goodbye to your money. It's happened to me before, but I've learned my lesson and now it won't happen again. There's a break, there's a retest. The entry would have been right there with the 30 pip stop loss. All straightforward, all very straightforward. Okay, simply draw, analyze, wait. It's really a patience game. You're trailing the price. Okay, and you can do the same thing again. Just a few more days or weeks as you're into the trade. You can see follow exactly how price works, essentially. So price broke,
retested, and your entry would have been right there. It didn't push up. Now we see a shift in momentum. So now on the downtrend. So break, retest, your entry would have been right there on 118 pips. So price broke, retested, and your entry would have been right there on a long position, and you would have caught 300 pips with a 30 pip stop loss. So break, retest, so you would have entered there and you would have caught approximately another 100 pips. So now you can see it broke. Okay, it's starting to retest. If we place another horizontal line there, it could come back into a downtrend. So it's all about really seeing how the up down up or the down up down, that price seems to obey, almost follow as if it's a law. It's like the trading law. So as you can see, all the different opportunities, all the eclipses are where you could have placed a buy or a sell. Alright, now let's move on to AUD, SGD. Place the horizontal lines, look left and look right, see the exact lines of where price has respected or price has tried to break out of. Now look at this. Broke, retested, and your entry would have been roughly around there. Okay, and if you would have entered there on a sell, so a short position, okay, 30 pip stop loss, you would have gone straight down into profit. 370 pips bagged within the first hour of that trade. Although that is rare, it's possible. Break, retest, 30 pip stop loss, and around 400. Way more than that. You could have profited at least 1,000 pips. Okay, next one is right there, a good 922 pips caught on that one. Right, that's already more than 2,000 pips caught within a few weeks. Okay, broke, retested, and now the uptrend. You have caught approximately 828 pips. It's all about your stop loss or stop profit in this case. So on the long position, 30 pips. Okay, it would have caught you out there, but if you managed to bag 200 pips, even better. Okay, broke, retest, another entry there. I would have caught 150, 140 pips. Okay, just before it went back down and took you out either with your stop profit or stop loss and back into the uptrend. So you would have bought anywhere there on a long position and you would have reached another 250 pips. So it broke, retested. Okay, you could have bought there as well. Captured another 135 pips with a 30 pip stop loss. So now as we can see here, it broke. We'll have to be waiting for the retest in order for the continuation of the uptrend. Alright, using this strategy, so that was a quick recap of all the Australian pairs, around 2 losses. I'd say you're winning approximately over 95% of the time. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, so 2 months during the lockdown, 6 Australian currency pairs as an example. So I've calculated all the pips. If we were to place 1 order, we would have caught all of these. If we would have placed 2 orders, then we would have capitalized on these pips. Only that one and that one was a loss. The grand total of just taking 1 order, single trades, would have resulted with 11,418 pips. With twin trades, so 2 orders, all the pips calculated would have given me a result of 22,836 pips. £100 in your brokerage account trading at 0.01 means that the profits are £900 single, and £1,800 twin. 1,000 in your brokerage account trading at 0.10, profits are 9,000 single and 18,000 twin trade. If you've had 10,000 in your brokerage account trading at a standard 1.0, profits are 90,000 single and 180,000 twin trading. If you've had £100,000 in your brokerage account trading at 10.0, profits are 900,000 single and 1,800,000 twin trading. Need I say more? And just to show you, 11,418, around 900, as I said. 9,000, as I said, on a 1.0, 90,000, and now on a 10.00, 900,000, as I said. And if we were to duplicate this, so 22,836, 1,800,000 on a 10, on a 1 it's 180,000, on a 0.1 it's 18,050 pence, and on a 0.01 it's 1,800. I'll be making more videos soon, so please, if you could support and share, like, subscribe, it'll be much appreciated, and support the movement. Remember, you're amazing. Stay blessed, and I'll see you next time.